And we are back with another episode of Twofortheculture. I'm Justin Devonte.
Steve and Ray.
And yes, sir, we are back.
Facts.
Also, don't forget to hit that like button. That's an easy way that you can support us.
Facts. Subscribe.
Absolutely.
And all that.
I feel like we don't do that enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, I mean, it's just such a small way, and it helps. But, yeah, we need to at least ask for it. You know what I mean?
Facts, yeah. Mm-hmm. Or maybe like a little, I might have to throw something on there.
Like a little picture or a link or something like that hovers above.
Facts. Like
I feel you.
Like thing or whatever.
Speaking of, do you feel like you're still getting better in editing, or is it like plateau? Because you know what you want to do, so it's like, for example, if what I do when I play basketball, I may not do a lot, but I know how to do a floater,
right? And
that floater is successful, so it's like, hey, it doesn't allow me to get it. Maybe my floater game may be already at 100 max.
Sticking to the basketball reference, it's kind of like it depends on what I'm editing. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting better and better at editing Reysosilly shit. Or just like, even when I film for it, it's kind of like, instead of doing 3-4 takes now, I usually go with the first one. And then I'll just like edit that, and I know what I'm doing. It's quicker. But it's kind of like I'm just working on my floater in terms of the editing world. Mm-hmm. And a movie is different. It's a whole different pace. It's not the same pace. A music video is different. It's not the same pace as either of those things. So it's like I'm getting better at one thing right now, but overall it's a different thing if I'm going a different direction.
Which part do you love the most about like creating something? So, for example, is it the directing? Is it the editing? Is it the acting?
Just creating. Yeah.
So you love it all.
I love
together,
it all
equally.
Yeah. I love it all. So I can't just say like it would be easy for me to say editing for social media is the best thing, but I haven't done enough movies to even say that.
Okay.
Right. So like I haven't made enough. I'm probably equally as cold at movies and creating them and writing them and all that, but I just haven't done enough of that. So I just worked more on the floater versus like the crossover and the da-da-da-da-da. So that's kind of what that is. So I'm just trying to elevate on all levels or whatever, but I'm definitely focused right now on the social media shit. That shit popping a little bit right now.
Yeah. So you happy? You excited?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited. That shit. It's the same thing every single. That's why I can never get away from it.
What?
Is because it's like, have you ever done something, or like you think you're kind of good at it or whatever, and then you might step away from it or anything, and then anytime you come back to this thing, it's like something happens because you did this thing, and it's just absolute 100% reassurance, like you're like really good at this thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It could be like communicating at the job or putting people together or leading a group or, you know what I'm saying? Do you have like anything?
Like, I feel like something comes, like, I'll say loosely what I think you mean. Like, if I come back to something like, say, for example, if I come back to selling insurance and I know all the policies, I enjoy helping out a family, blah, 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 blah. Is it like, bruh, I forgot how much I actually love this. Like, I'm actually passionate about it. Is that what you're referring to or not really?
I guess passion could be a part of it, but I was just saying, like, it's very clear that you're good at this thing.
I don't know. That's the only weird thing about me is that I don't have, like, a set hard skill that I'm good at. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm good at understanding people. But that's not, I don't know if that's a set hard skill. Like, hey, he's a carpenter. You know what I mean? Like for you, like, hey, you're creative. You have a lot of things like, whether it's editing, acting, or something, those are like hard skills you can see. Mines don't really translate into something that's like more concrete, if that makes sense. Okay. Like what I would deem to be. Now, you may see something else that I may not have considered, but I don't have like, hey, you know what? he's great at doing algebra. You know what I mean? Like, I think I just loosely have like a master of none mentality. Like, you can sit me in a room and I can be somewhat competent, but I won't be above everybody else. I'll probably be on, probably the same playing field. Yeah. Okay. So, and I take that as a compliment. Yeah. That I don't have like I maybe have poor skills, but in a lot of cases, then I'm pretty, I can navigate through it, I guess.
I don't know. Knowing you, I don't think so. I think from knowing you, like the work ethic and leadership is like up there.
Thank you.
Compared to a lot of people, I've worked with you before. I feel like what you just said is how I am in anything that ain't got shit to do with Reysosilly or like making movies or like create anything outside of a creative box. I'm like mediocre as fuck, and I just don't give a fuck. Like through everything, bro. So even in being in those environments or like working at Amazon and all this shit, like I saw you like just climbing a ladder slowly, and then eventually like leading people, and then I saw you do that in other areas as well.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Those are so I don't think that as much of a skill as much of a duty. Like, I don't like to lead meetings, but those are things that if you're going to build yourself up, it comes with it. So you might as well start now. So when you're on the way top, it's not a skill you got to learn.
Yeah.
So that was when I was doing
within itself, though.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But I don't think that was like a natural talent. Like, it's maybe like foresight and trying to prep myself for the inevitable. But it was just it's more of a like protection for myself. It's like, hey, you don't want to fail at the top, so fail now. And where you're like you're on a lower level, so it's okay.
Facts.
So you can be better when you're in its time.
Right. It's the
Yeah. So all those things are like, I am competitive. I am ambitious. I want for more, but I think you can attribute that to a lot of people too. Like I know you can't attribute it to everybody, but maybe I'm in a space. Or my mother's a good example of like she's very ambitious, and I see what her and her husband does, and I'm like, gosh, I feel late. I know I'm lazy compared to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I'm looking at other people and trying to aspire to be at that type of level. And so I know I got so much more to climb, and maybe that's an unfair like comparison I should try to compare myself to, but that's what I see, and that's what I aspire to be.
There's always it's always a good thing to see. I mean, in anything in life, there's always better or a higher level of anything ever. So I mean, that I don't think that's bad to at least aspire to be greater than whatever level people are at the moment, for sure. You mentioned something about algebra.
Yeah.
And like, go ahead.
Well, I also want to add on before, keep that thought because it sounds like it was going to be good. That also there's an expectation too. So what is expected of you?
Facts.
So there can be a healthy version somewhere. I don't know, but like I have an expectation for me to do well. That's what a lot of people think I should do. So I carry that weight with me. And it's probably not. Well, I think I probably got a healthy relationship compared to what, like an Asian student may have. To where it's like, hey, bro, you're supposed to get all A's, you're supposed to go to Harvard. You know what I mean? I didn't have that heavy of an expectation. But, like, hey, you're supposed to, you know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to at least.
I just expect it. I just like see. I just see on the other side of this podcast some Asian dude with straight F's just looking at this whole like just feeling bad as fuck.
Yeah, right.
I let my people down.
That's too funny. But I'm obviously speaking generally when you hear
racist,
about different stories. You said racist?
I don't think that's even racist. You're not putting anything down, but
yeah. But I mean, in this, like, hey, Is it racist if you say black people dance well?
Yeah, I was just about to say like jump higher.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Yeah. It's like, all right,
Sure.
you're giving them positive. Hey, black
Right.
people are known to be the best singers. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
is that racist? Maybe. Yeah.
I do have something crazy.
Yeah. But my thing was about
Yeah.
expectation. Who cares? Next, what you got?
So somebody said this to me, and they might watch it or whatever, but I just thought it's such a deep conversation. So it's this it's this girl I know, and basically she was like, first I got offended as soon as the words came out. I got offended, and then eventually I started listening and shit, and I was like, oh fuck, it might be some truth to this shit. First thing she says, yeah, I don't like black guys. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, weird.
You said this is a video or in person?
No, it's somebody I heard say this.
Okay. But it wasn't in person.
It wasn't in person though.
Okay.
So somebody said, I don't like black guys. And and then they followed it with, that's a different type of love that I don't like. They said that black men are just really cold compared to what she's used to. And what she's used to is a Latin, like Spanish culture. And in that culture, usually, from what we see online and stuff, it's like, oh, Poppy, I did it. It's like so lovable. It's like love. Like it's clear as fuck. Mm-hmm. Right? And this one I started to think deeper, like after she said it, she kept talking. But that's where she comes from, right? So that's all she's seen her whole life. And she said she doesn't like black guys because the love is colder. The love is like way colder. And even when it comes to like being extremely passionate about their woman and all that, it's not there. And it's not even comparable to what it would be in her own culture. Mm-hmm. And then I thought about it and I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy because when I think in my mind about the type of relationship that I want, mm-hmm. It's all in my mind when it play, like I said, when I'm in here and it's just the four walls and the shit gets silent, or maybe it's like, the emotions go up and down for everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So on them days where I'm just chilling or just in my own head or in my thoughts or whatever, and it would be nice to have a companion. In my head, I visualize what that could be like, and it's like it's full of love. It's like, oh, what's up, baby? I walk, smacking on the ass while I grab a cup of coffee or all this. But if I were to compare it to the reality of me being in relationships, it ain't always as that. It ain't 100% like it is in my head. Mm. And when she said that, I was like, damn. Like, I don't think we could be together because you said you don't like black guys.
She was fine too, huh?
Oh yeah, oh god. But two, I was like, fuck. And I was trying to like say things like I just said, mm-hmm. but also realizing like, oh damn, I definitely could have been better. But and I mean, shout out to my mom and my dad, but I would want more the feeling of love in my relationship than I have seen mm-hmm. growing up. And then I tried to like counter the shit to her, and I was like, I kind of want more than what I've seen, but my dad white though, so like maybe just some people or some relationships or some partnerships just aren't like others. It don't got to be like a black thing. Mm-hmm. And then she said, yeah, but I mean, just think about, she said something to make me think about my mom.
So she's having a conversation with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she said something.
I was like, who? I'm thinking it's an Instagram reel and she's talking.
Nah.
And then I was like, hold on, this is AI. Hold on, what's happening?
Nah. And then she said something to make me think about my mom. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, yeah, but like I don't know. you know, like I always feel like whoever your mom is, that's who you are, you know. And I thought about mom, and I was like, damn, my mom is kind of cold when it come to like, you know, this shit. My dad used to give her stuff, and it just been like, why? Like she don't really want it for real. She don't care. And I was like, damn, was that passed down to me? Like, damn, is that coming from that situation?
Like cold. I don't think that you're a cold person.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is that still, even in that situation, some things that I have done was compared to the conversation, and she was right.
Yeah, I mean, we all can find instances where we didn't handle things the best, and we can come off cold. I'm sure she probably does that as well. Because I'm saying I know you, and that's not a word I would define you with.
Well, no. So I'm saying that she was saying some things. There are some instances where I did kind of show that, but I was still basically like she was saying like she wouldn't date black guys, but she would date me. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. So my question is, what are Spanish men doing differently, and how are they handling? Say if you put them in your shoes, how would they have handled it differently?
I don't know. I just brought that up to the situation because I thought about it, and I was like, damn, you know, it is when I think about those situations or those relationships or just naturally just being a consumer on the internet, and you know our environment is clearly like it's mostly black or whatever, so you know the growing up and dating and all that shit, it's kind of like within that circle. But when I do see things on the internet and all that about the differences in culture, there are a lot of men that I see that would love to get with a Spanish woman, and 90% of the stuff that I saw was because of the love and shit that's spewing from this woman. And I'm like, damn, is it true that like it's not balanced for real, like in the cultures? Like, do you see that? I was just asking.
I just don't hear that. I mean, I don't hear the opposite from.
But we're in the culture. I'm saying somebody outside of it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a little bit of that, but I still feel like I would hear it more. You know what I mean?
I don't think I would ever hear that unless it's somebody that's not black.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't hear it on the streets either. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't see that a lot of white women are chasing Hispanic men. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I was saying more for black.
Well, and I'm just saying what you're saying in terms of like, hey, Latin men handle it differently. They're more loving and caring. I don't see a lot of women chasing Latin men. I just
right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so so there's something that black men are doing right, because I feel like we get dated more outside of our culture than anybody else.
Facts.
So there's something that we're handling. It's just the way she, in particular, like something to handle that black men maybe don't handle the best, or have the the culture to get the care that she needs.
Maybe it was a personal thing. I just thought when she said that, it did make me think about the situations, the different situations that I visually have seen, even growing up, versus the very few that I have seen of the Spanish culture, like the household, like after 10, 15, 20 years of marriage. It's 100% a different vibe.
Have you ever asked your parents what do they love about each other?
No.
Yeah, because they're so polar opposite. Like, at least like my mom and dad are polar opposite, but they got together so young, and you know what I mean. That it makes sense because of whatever but now their attitude, it'll be extremely weird if they was ever get together because they're so entirely different.
Yeah,
your parents are
even more different.
I mean, they're just like polar opposites from each other.
Yeah, this is a total fact.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't get it. Shout out to them. I don't know. I mean, thankfully they made me and my sister.
Right. Yeah.
It's a very confusing thing to think about sometimes. It's so opposite. Like, yeah, I call my dad, was like, hey, June, what's going on? Da-da-da-da. Yeah, I call my mom. Script. Man, this motherfucking nigga just tried to run me over.
Yeah.
It's totally different. I don't know. I really don't know. So, I don't know, man.
No, yeah.
Opposites attract, I guess. I don't know what the fuck my opposite would be.
Yeah, I think that's just a phrase, if you ask me.
Opposites attract?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I mean,
I think so now.
Yeah.
I think I used to think that I would just be with some dark skinned
yeah,
woman.
because you just said like that. You were just talking about like, hey, that girl was in goth. She ain't for me. That's completely opposite of what you got going. We have to have similarities, or how can this really work for real? If you're completely separate, like if I'm a Christian, you're an atheist, this ain't gonna work.
Well, I'm thinking more so. One thing I do kind of agree with is the personality thing. Yeah, I don't want anybody that's like as chill as me. I need like a bubbly girl or something. I don't think I want somebody who's just
Like a tomboy.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it'd work out. I think anything would be cool at first, but like after like maybe a longer time with this person, I don't see that working.
And we are back. Technical difficulties. That's completely my bad.
Thanks.
All right, and I have no idea where we left off at, but
Well, just to sum it up, no, I just brought up. I was just thinking about it and wondering if it's like truly a thing of the difference between black culture and the Spanish culture.
I got you.
Relationships and stuff like that.
I got you. Do you have a favorite culture?
Black.
Okay.
Yeah. What the fuck else I'm gonna say?
Well, if you choosing, well, I was really thinking outside of your own.
Oh, favorite? The closest would be Spanish, just because it's the.
Well,
I would think it'd be the
Caribbean
closest.
culture, maybe.
To me, that's just black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's
you got
different. It's
versions
definitely
of
different.
black. Yeah, you got American black.
Well,
and,
facts.
yeah, and that's
facts.
different than Caribbean culture.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
So it doesn't sound like you're too much of a fan.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I've met some very cool people, but I haven't ever like dove all the way into that. So I don't have a lot of information about it. But from what I hear, it's pretty strict.
Okay, I got you. Would you date an Asian?
Asian?
Yeah.
I think if I did, she would have some type of
like cultural black to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she works at the nail salon in the hood.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
They don't be hood?
I said she works. No, I'm just saying like she has some type of. She understands black culture.
Yeah, that's. I mean, but they be the most Asian for real, no?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying in terms of like understanding. She has to be.
She's got to be Asian.
That's what I'm at.
Asian.
No, I'm saying for you.
Oh.
Like she has to not only understand black culture, she has to be a part of it. Like that's her her style.
Yeah,
she listens to Meg Thee Stallion type shit.
Yeah, she don't got to. Yeah, but like
No, yeah. But you
for
see
sure.
who I'm building.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite?
Who's your favorite outside of black
Irish
culture?
head ass. No. yeah. No, that's too funny. I love Swedish culture. No, but I'm probably with you on Latin culture.
I think it's the closest.
Yeah.
Most relatable.
Yeah,
I think everything else is like a big jump. Yeah.
Is there something that you like about Latin culture that in terms of Latin femininity that you wish black femininity would take away from?
I can't fully say that. It's just different.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I like the poppy thing though.
Okay.
That makes me melt.
Okay, I got you.
I'll get them the poppy thing. Yeah, because who else gonna say that for real? Well, I mean, they might, but like the poppy thing, they kind of got that shit on lock. Like it sounds like it comes from the Spanish culture.
Do you think they romanticize the idea of like a toxic Latin woman?
What?
What did you think I was gonna say?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like they romanticize like the toxic like woman that loves you passionately that will kill you. You know what I mean?
You talking about men? In general?
Like just in general, like hey, like when you see like a toxic
right?
Latin woman, it's like kind of romantic. Like I love that she is crazy about me. That she'll go. You know what I mean? That she'll run my ass over out of love. You know what I mean? Do you see? I'm sure you see it.
Yeah.
But do you think that's, you know what I mean? I feel like it's romanticized when Latin women do it, but it's demonized when a black woman has that same type of, you know what I mean, connotation to it. You see what I'm saying?
I sort of. I think they, they do somehow have like a good bad rep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Latin women's PR team is like works
They're
a lot better.
Really hard.
Yeah. Hey, this is a beautiful. Look at the feminine woman. She loves her man.
She says
that
Poppy.
she will cut his penis off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah. The aggressive black woman will beat her man's ass.
Mm-hmm. First of all, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Black women be like, they be fucked off in a lot of situations.
Right.
Yeah, I saw something about actors and shit, and how like actors climb in the industry and stuff like that, and then they didn't fully get into it, but it was just like a notion or like a little nudge of like the black woman in Hollywood and how long that shit fucking takes to like get just I wouldn't even fully say respect, but I would say noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not even like they have a Marvel role.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, or what's it called, franchise role and stuff like that. Like I feel like Viola Davis been in the game since for fucking ever, but if what's her name, Meryl Streep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if she dropped something, I feel like it would go more. Not in my opinion, in terms of like, let's go. Not in my opinion, but I'm saying like that's gonna sell more, or it might be pushed more than the same film with Viola Davis, and she didn't. I don't even know how many movies that woman been in.
Yeah. I'm sure you're right. Yeah, but also those are two legends. And I don't, and I'm not in the big of the acting scene as you are. So, I'm more familiar with Viola Davis, but I know, in Meryl Streep, she's the,
Yeah, she's goated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's like, on the Mount Rushmore, I'm sure, in terms of film, as I hear it,
Facts.
But of course, I'm not familiar with her.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not too familiar with like a bunch of shit, but that is a thing. That definitely is a thing. It's really. I was thinking about Taraji. Taraji been in the game for I don't know how many movies she done did as well, and it's sort of the same thing. I think it was her actually saying that she didn't have a franchise role. Yeah, I think it was her. She was talking about her and Baby Boy, and like that. I guess she. Well, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but she basically doesn't have like a big franchise role type thing. It almost seemed like there was a cap there, or. I'm trying to pick my words better than how it's sounding, but yeah, I do see. When I think about it, I don't really see like black women at the like forefront of certain things, the way Hollywood moves. Anyway,
it's somewhat adjacent to what we're talking about because we're talking about like femininity and toxic behavior. But my question to you is, I don't think I ever got your opinion on what do you feel about the red pill community as a whole? What's your thoughts on it?
What's
over? Do you Are you a partaker in the red pill community?
Like, what
You
does it mean
finally
to be
conven-
red pill?
That's a. I can try to say it as I describe it, but it'll probably be wrong. I think
I can look it up.
instead of saying red pill, because that's comes from Matrix, blue pill, red pill.
Right.
Let's say Manosphere is really the actually kind of where I'm
Manosphere.
trying to land.
What is
the Manosphere?
A network of online forums and blogs promoting anti-feminist, misogynistic, and male supremacist ideologies. So like,
yeah, that's
like that podcast with the two guys. You know what I'm talking about?
Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
What do I feel about that?
Just like that overall, like that Kevin Samuels aligns with that, the Manosphere. Fresh and Fit for sure. Those are the ones that come to mind.
I think it's hard to answer the question. I feel like it's hard to just.
Did you enjoy Kevin Samuels' work?
I thought it was funny. I thought he was telling the truth. A lot of the clips that I saw.
Okay.
He was like, I can't say he was lying, you know, about a lot of the clips that I saw. I think it was very harsh and very, it wasn't empathetic at all. It was very cold, very, the white or black, yes or no. You know what I'm saying? So like, are you fat? Oh my God! How much do you weigh?
Right.
Just 250. How tall are you? 5'2". You're fat. Like he would do shit like that. But yeah. That shit was kind of. That shit was funny.
Yeah, and I'm gonna and I feel like I can speak for both of us. Is that hey, we could understand how somebody is perceived.
Yeah.
But we can understand that they may have good points as well.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, yeah, he may be crazy, and I may not like him as a whole. I'm just speaking generally, not to Kevin Samuels, rest in peace.
Right.
But I can understand, like, hey, that is a good, valid point. Not everything else I may be able to disagree with, but that makes sense. And that's kind of, what we see and how I see it in the Manosphere. Like, hey, there are valid grievances, but you know what I mean? To completely disrespect somebody, it doesn't need to be taken there. Like for what a lot of Kevin Samuels did was like, there'll be a lot of women that being like, hey, what type of man do you want? And what type of woman are you? And then you see where what you're asking for, you're not even, you're on a different playing field for whatever reason. And a lot of what you're asking for, there's a bigger pool of women that have a higher chance of getting that man than what you do.
Right.
Yeah, and that is real.
I wonder why I even engage with some of those instances. Like, this nigga. You know how he is. Why even be on the call with this man?
I think there's clout associated with it.
To me, it's kind of like, not to take away from him disrespecting people, but I also do think on the other side of the coin, it's like, why are you on here? You know the type of stuff that he says. Like, why are you even on this call? Yeah,
that's like saying, why go on Jerry Springer just to let you out yourself that you're a transgender woman. You know what I mean? Like, why do that? Why can't you just bring the person that you're dating and let them know that you're transgender? Why do you have to go on Jerry Springer to reveal it? You know what I mean? Like, that makes no sense, but it's obviously for clout reasons. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's exactly. So why do people do things? It may not make sense to you, knowing what you're probably going to get, but it may make sense to them.
I guess, maybe so. Yeah, but that's only when I think about it, when I take a step back and zoom out a little bit. It's just like a lot of people definitely have those instances, or even like the girls on the little podcast thing. Or maybe that was the first decision. Just like, I'm just going here for clout reasons, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if you seen some of these clips of these niggas, why are you on there?
And that's
they gonna be the same people.
Yeah, and that's one reason. But you may feel like you have a different point of view that Kevin Samuels haven't considered too. Yeah. It's like, oh well, I'm gonna prove him wrong, and this is my reason. But yours really kind of aligned to what everybody else is saying. Yeah, and and so when people come in that they're that he's asking for dress sizes and what do you rate yourself and you know what I mean? Yeah, he's not doing it to really help her. He's doing it for the overall community.
Yeah,
like, hey, let me show you how a lot of women think. So this is a teachable moment for everybody. Hey, let's live in reality. And then he'll shame her and give some type of guidance on how she handled it or what was done was wrong.
Facts. Yeah. I don't know why I don't know. I just wouldn't sign up her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Take me out of it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
all that out of it.
Yeah, but why do people go on the could have been records to do?
No, they know what they doing.
I'm just saying, like, you're really going to get joked on for real.
That's different.
So it's really going to, in small instances, come out in your favor. Because now you're going to be the slow kid that, drooled all over himself on could have been records.
That's different.
Yeah.
I don't, they just dropped one tonight too. But no, I can't fully agree with that one. But
okay, yeah. Like,
but
I don't watch it.
I get what you're saying.
I don't watch it at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know if people made it out or now famous. That was because that's not a real thing, right? Or does he actually sign them to do something?
It's all like it's fake, but it's so viral that it's like a bit of it is real now.
So who's came out of it on top?
The ugliest rapper alive one time.
Who's that?
The ugliest rapper alive.
So is that his rapper name?
That's what Drewski gave him.
Yeah, and is he making music?
Now he could have.
I mean, exactly. So I'm saying, like, so that's not a true success story.
He could have though.
Yeah, he could be successful.
Facts.
Yeah, okay, that's good. You can say that about anybody on could have been records.
That's his fault.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to see a success story to where it makes
he
sense.
might be successful. Because I heard he got new teeth.
What I'm saying is, why go in there knowing that the success ratio is so small that you're really just going to be the butt of somebody's joke at the end of the day, but people still go on there. Why? It does actually make no sense because you're just giving the audience entertainment and Juicy's gonna make fun of you. That makes no sense because it doesn't help you at all. And you don't have a specific instance to where it made somebody money, or it was positive light to where they was able to spin it in some type of success. It looks like it's just really gonna hurt.
No, I can't agree with that one.
But I'm just saying,
not for Drewski. Everything else.
Yeah, not for Juicy in particular. I'm talking about the people who attended.
Everybody involved with it. You're getting exposure. You know how Drewski is. This is a funny joke, and everybody get on there knowing that it's a funny joke.
Okay, so what happens at the end? So what is the typical scenario when they get on there? How do they win?
How do they win?
Yeah. What is the win case scenario for them?
At the end of the season or whatever.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't watch it.
So he has auditions. It's kind of set up like American Idol. So he got auditions, each city, whatever, and then he brings them to a big house. Everybody's under one house. Usually he picks the perfect people for things to go very, very wrong. And it's very, very entertaining. But yet there's one winner at the end of it, and they usually get like $50,000 or $100,000.
Okay. So I didn't know this was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hilarious. It's fake, but like
it's a small cost
kind of real
analysis, but they win something. I didn't know that. I thought he was just going
to get millions and millions of views. Like you can get on there and I don't know, you could pop off one of these clips.
Yeah. You sound like if you're the producer, what you're selling to somebody. Like, hey, you can have the chance to win the opportunity of a lifetime, but the situation is clear is that nobody's has did that yet, so it's most likely it's not going to happen. That in most case scenarios, like in most cases, the person who wins the lottery ends up broke. I mean, yeah, So I'm just saying, this is the actual reality is ain't shit gonna really come from it for real, and you're gonna be the butt of somebody's joke, and you're gonna be always on that juicy stuff. Whether you're trying to be in the interview, hey, you was the nigga with the missing teeth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You could have everything together. You still gonna be that when you try to climb up the ladder. So it seems like a small, short term benefit.
I mean, that's with any risk ever.
Okay, yeah, and I'm saying that
it's like don't try out for the NBA. Ain't nobody going.
Yeah, you're like, why are you doing this for the Kevin Samuel stuff? Yeah, it may not make sense to you because that stuff doesn't make sense to me, but people are going to do it anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, I feel like
but it sounds like the reason why you defended, you love the audition crap, whatever got going on.
The Kevin Samuel shit was very
well, I was talking about like the Drewski joint.
I know. I'm saying like both of them are very engaging content. Drewski's is like for fun. Like this is clearly fake.
Right.
So it's like if you want to have fun and just go on there and just act a fool, whatever. Like it's all fake. But Kevin Samuels, that shit is all real. Like, or at least from what I know of it, it's all real. This is like he's actually hurting people's feelings and shit. Like. I don't know. It's a difference.
And so Drewski, the ones I've seen them all in the house is all women.
He has another show called Could Have Been Love.
Oh,
Fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so this other the American Idol stuff what show is that?
Could Have Been Records.
Okay, and that's all. And they in their own house together.
After he does auditions for everywhere. Then he'll bring everybody in.
Okay, and have you seen the house them together?
Yeah.
That sounds like an utter mess.
Yes,
because you're getting like the stupidest people in the world all together.
Amazing TV. Amazing TV.
Yeah.
That's why he gets the big bucks.
Okay, I got you. Hey, I'm not mad at it. That's hilarious, though.
That shit is too funny.
Yeah,
he picks like the worst of everybody. There's not one rapper in there where I don't know. I actually haven't heard their music for real.
Okay.
This is all like strictly for entertainment. Mm-hmm. The person who won that Could Have Been Love was like a very strong arm, like very masculine stud. Like this shit is perfect.
Yeah. It seems like a mess. Oh my gosh,
that shit is perfect.
Yeah, it seems like if you want to get away from the world, that's a good way to do it.
What?
Like just like, hey, I need a distraction from everyday life. Yeah. That's a good way.
What's it called? I forgot the name of it, but just rotten.
Brain rot.
Yes,
maybe?
Brain rot.
I don't know.
Yeah, but whatever that is, like something that don't mean shit, and it's really like not beneficial to watch in any form of your life, other than probably just like laughing at this thing.
Yeah.
Nah, that shit is too fucking funny.
Yeah. I don't even know how much time we spent.
We got 20 more minutes.
20 more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's some hood people consider luxury that rich people wouldn't even notice?
Do you have something in mind?
What's something that hood people
consider
luxury? Say big rims. I wouldn't even notice.
Like
you could notice a change.
Yeah, I think that hood people going out of town is considered luxury for real.
That's too funny. That's perfect.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Right. What a lot of say? Like you going on vacation?
Yeah. Like your birthday. Yeah.
Brokey? Like what?
Yeah. Like I have relatives that like think that going to Atlanta is something. I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that. Here's another random question. What's the wildest excuse you ever gave for being late?
I mean, wildest excuse? I don't think I've ever really kind of made an excuse on why I'm late for real.
Really? I had.
Well, I mean, the wildest excuse was like I kind of like lost my keys or something. Like it was something silly. Yeah.
I don't remember an excuse for being late, but I do remember an excuse This is college, and you know this story. It was in the same apartment complex that we were staying in, and I went to this girl's house, and then I thought, excuse me, I was in the same complex, and I went over to this girl's house, and I thought that she was like super cool or whatever, but I realized like we don't really intellectually like mesh. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't like sit there and do nothing with this person, if that makes sense. Like, you know, the mind frame or the cadence.
Right.
Talking.
No, I know what you mean.
So, you know, and then she invited me over and all that, and I was thinking she wanted to do something. So it just step one was it just looked like we were about to do something. And then she was like, "Oh, but I'm on my period." So like, no, I can't do anything. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So now I already realized like I can't even sit with you. And then you just told me that, and I just came over here. And I was like, "Oh, fuck. I don't have like any excuse but to be like a fuck nigga for real." And leave this. Yeah. So I texted Cadero. I texted one of my homies, and he was at the crib. She had to have known this was a lie. I texted him and told him, "Hey, can you?" I said, "Hey, can you call me and say the house burning down?" You could see our apartment from where we was at. That's at the girl's place.
What was her name? I'm just talking shit. I'm just being funny.
Yeah, but you can literally look look outside her window and see our apartment.
That's hilarious.
And he called her and was like, "Steve, you left the fucking the eye on, like this shit about to burn down. This shit on fire." And I was like, "I gotta go, like the apartment on fire. The apartment on fire, I gotta go." She was like, "Oh, really?" "Really?" "Yeah, it's on fire. Like I gotta go." Yeah, and I left. But
that's too funny.
I knew she didn't believe that shit.
Did you ever speak to her again? Okay.
Yeah, sometime after that. But yeah, it wasn't like a disaster.
Who was that one that got away from you? I just really wanted to shock you with a random ass question like that.
Who's the one that got away?
Yeah. What was her name? Where she lived?
I got one from that was in college that I was too in my head. I wasn't confident at all.
Is she married now?
I don't know. I saw her at the liquor store in Memphis about a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yep. It was like a side profile shot, and I'm like, "That's." And she was with a guy though.
Oh.
Yeah. So I wasn't gonna say hey or nothing.
Yeah. You don't want to get shot.
Automatically get. Oh, right. Because we're in Memphis.
Yeah.
Right. Nah. Yeah, but yeah. Did you ever feel like there was somebody that got away? I was never gonna get with her though, but like, yeah, in terms of,
I did think that, and I'll say like, hey, I should have actually dived deeper into like getting to know certain people. I would say, but I didn't know them enough to, like at the time, or even now, I don't know them enough to where it would have truly fit. But generally, who they are now, like I really probably should have invested more time into you at the moment. But there was one that I was like, dang, she actually was a great person that would have been right for me, yada, yada. And then I saw how she looks now, I'm like,
damn.
Yeah, I'm cool. Damn. Yeah, I know.
I think, something like that has happened. But usually, I don't know. Now, at least like this year, girls that I thought like I could like speak to again, or like, damn, I wish this or that. could have went better. Maybe something could have happened. Every single one of them is just kind of like showing now, like, I wouldn't have lasted with this person.
Right.
Yeah. I thought I had some people. We even talked about some, I think, on other podcasts. It's like, damn, like, I felt bad about this and we could have been maybe something. And no. Like, how things played out is just different.
Yeah. I be feeling like maybe I do be having higher standards than what I be thinking I have in my head.
What you mean?
Like, in my head, I be like, man, I just want loyalty, respect, you know what I mean, yada, yada. But then I be like, I feel like if my standards were so low, why am I not in a relationship? Like, why am I not married? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I probably have. Do you don't think like that at all? Or now that I've said it, now does it?
Higher standards?
Yeah. Like, then what you think you have?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's for me, like, feeling like I want to be with the person takes hold about 80% of the mindset of even getting with somebody. So it's like, before I even get to standards and shit, like, I actually really gotta want to be with you type thing. And I guess standards is a part of that. Yeah, I guess standards is a part of that. But yeah, it would just take a lot for me to get with somebody. So I could say that I do have. I don't know if it's like high standards though. It's just kind of like can I see myself being with you? There's a lot that goes into those words, but it's like a feeling versus your cultural background, your family background, how you think in general, how you react to certain things, it's like an overall sense of like who this person is.
Yeah, but I don't get the sense that how they react to something is the reason why you're not going to be in a relationship with them.
Yes, it can.
I'm just saying I've not seen you handle it that way.
I mean, for me to get to this point, the other relationships got me here.
So I'm saying, like, in what situation could they? I mean, obviously, without it being extreme, but what situation be like, hey, I don't like that behavior, and this ain't gonna work.
It's just red flags. I wouldn't even get to that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even get to the point of almost getting with the girl, to even have that conversation. Yeah, like if I'm on the phone with you, and then every time you drink wine, there's some story about you beating a bitch up, and you're happy about it. It's just like small little things. That was just one a random thought, but I'm like, it could be anything. It could be like how this old woman came by, and you be like, that bitch. Like, that shit would just hit a red flag for me to where I naturally would just start backing off. So I wouldn't even get to the point of getting close to even being with somebody.
And what you're saying reminds me of something I think about, and I want to see if you agree with me about yourself, is that I have trouble giving constructive criticism to somebody that I am, like, not seriously in love with yet, or just dating. Like, if there's behavior at the dinner table, like we're on date number 3, there's behavior at the dinner table, I have trouble saying, hey, I don't like that thing that you just did. You know what I mean?
If
Like,
it's super new, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, but I know that's bothering me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I do my when I'm doing my side by sides, when I'm teaching somebody something new, I tell you, like, one of the hardest things in the job for me is selling the rejection. Like, hey, going back and forth and rehashing, and that's what and I can correlate that into my personal relationship. Is like, hey, me, hey, telling you the negative thing that I don't appreciate or I don't like is very tough to do, and I don't have that delicate balance yet. You know what I mean? To where it's like I'm trying to say this thing that softens the blow,
right?
But it's just not penetrating how I like.
Right.
Like, you're more crushed than I would like you to be. I want you to be like, hey, your fart stink, but I'm not going to be like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to take that a notch from your belt.
Yeah. I if it like I said, if it's new, then I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm not gonna say nothing. It's just more like a mental thought, like, oh, okay, you just did this one thing at the table. I don't really fuck with that.
Yeah, but what if it's a hard line for you?
A hard line?
Yeah.
Um,
Like, say for example, like, hey.
Probably wouldn't even got to the dinner table.
So, for example, say, like, could you date an atheist?
No, yeah, it's over with.
Yeah. So if she says that at the table, you'd be like, hey, we can't make this work. Are you, just gonna ghost her afterwards, or?
I ain't gonna just ghost, but yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not like a ghoster nowadays. I was before, but like, yeah, if it needed to be addressed, it would. If she hits me up like, hey, what happened? I'm like, nigga, you said this.
I said I don't believe in God. Okay, what's the problem with that?
It's just not, my type of thing.
What do you mean?
I believe in God. I read the Bible every day. It's like I'll feel. It's just weird vibes now.
Okay, why do you believe in him?
No,
I'm trying, I just mess with you.
Nah,
but I feel you though.
No, like I told you when I was at the thing, the coffee shop, and then the girl was next to me, and she was like, "Yeah, I used to be in Gothic parties and all this."
Yeah,
and just for some reason, I just felt just like my Bible glowing in my backpack for some reason. I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, if she was like, all right, you want to go somewhere real quick?
She said that she was going to go up the street to this place.
Did she invite you?
She didn't invite me, but like
it was inviting-ish.
Like I could have said, "Oh, yeah, I'll go." I probably could have.
Okay.
I probably could have said, like, "Yeah, I'll go with you and all this."
Okay, but what if she was super bad? You still wouldn't have went?
She said she's an atheist. First of all, that's
no. I'm saying the goth party. Or whatever.
No. Yeah, I'm down for a lot of spontaneous things.
No, I'm not saying go to goth party. I'm just saying put that woman that you was just talking to, and now she's a 10 out of 10.
Oh,
yeah,
she's a 10 out of 10. She went to this goth party.
No, I'm saying everything that happened that night with you and her exchange. You said you wasn't interested.
Yeah,
I'm saying now she's put her, and now she's a 10 out of 10. Yeah. She's replaced to whatever human you just saw, and now she's a smoking hot lady. And is that still like a no for you? Would you or you would have went up the street?
Why don't you believe in God?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. Talk to me about it.
No, 10 out of 10. That shit ain't gonna work. Nah, I'll feel weird. Like if she told me that, it's gonna be on my mind. That's gonna be at the top of the list on my mind. And I'm like, damn. If it got to the point, if like we were feeling each other or something, and she wanted to come over, I'm like, damn. Like, I know this ain't going nowhere.
Is there a triggering discussion that you can't have because it's gonna piss you off? For example, like if some people hear that like they're a Donald Trump supporter, and how that pisses people off to hear. Is there something like that for you?
Pisses me off?
Yeah. Like
it would. The only thing, not much pisses me off. It just like it makes me mentally compartmentalize you like out of my brain. But even going online and seeing this Spanish girl, you seen that? She just kept saying the N-word over and over. She was a police officer from Texas. So it's this Hispanic woman. She's a police officer from Texas, and she posted back to back on her close friends, and somebody recorded it. And she was just basically like just calling black people the N-word and saying like, when she gets a call and it's a black person, like she'll basically do what she can to get them in jail, saying she fucking hate N-words, and she kept saying it over and over. Like that shit, that shit makes me feel weird. Yeah, like that would make me feel way more of a way than versus somebody saying like they was a Trump supporter.
Right.
Yeah. So like if I heard her saying a joke to somebody or some shit, that I couldn't fuck with that.
Yeah, and there's something about us. We're going to naturally repel to oppression, and that's yeah. So when you hear it, it's definitely triggering. It's like, hey, you're intentionally locking us up because of our skin, essentially.
Oh my God. Yeah,
our culture. What you know what I mean? That is intentional. That you're gonna find something wrong. You're gonna make it up. That's one. You're extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she posted that on her.
She's
friends.
cooked.
I'm glad she posted that.
Cooked.
That was a very dumb, and I'm glad she did it.
She's famous for that shit now.
Yeah, and that's one less person you got to worry about in the force. So I'm glad she snitched on herself like that.
But that would. Yeah, I think that would be. That's extreme. That's clearly on the extreme side.
Right.
But somebody bullying somebody else or talking down to somebody,
I feel you.
I can't fuck with that.
Yeah.
That's an extreme character flaw.
Yeah. Like you talking down on somebody to lift you up.
Yeah.
I
don't fuck with that.
Yeah. And we did it. I think
I
we
mean,
did.
basically.
Yeah, pretty much. You're right.
Yeah. What was you gonna say there?
I just like somebody. I don't particularly enjoy people who are they're already talking about how their day is negative. Like, hey, let me tell you about my day, and every day is something. It's a complaint. It's a negative. It's just like, dude, like, can you find some joy in life? Because I can already tell your mindset. Like, you're probably depressed.
Facts.
If your days are just not going well, there's always something wrong. Yeah.
That is huge for me. Like, as you could probably tell from knowing me, it's just like every day I try to think more positive and put my mind in a certain place, put myself in environments that's like a certain place. I've been working so long to get rid of this pessimistic way of living, of how I used to live. Like, man, this shit sucked, bro. This shit was like, I grew up feeling that way and hearing people around me having bad days, and I don't know, just only seeing like bad shit. Or just like it's normal to talk about, like you can bond with people in certain environments, just literally talking about how you don't like this class, how you don't like this teacher, how you don't like this girl or this guy over here, how what fucked up thing happened today. And when it travels into adulthood, it's kind of like, damn, you ain't really even experiencing life for real. Yeah, I'm going across the street and like running the track and look up, and it's just a beautiful fucking day. Every single day I wake up and I look in the mirror and just say, like, I don't have to search for this being a good day. Like, it is a good day.
Right.
Yeah. So I do a whole bunch of shit, like mentally, to stay in a very positive mindset. So that shit, I have experienced that too, speaking to people. And yeah, it's just all negative as fuck. Yeah, that shit is a poison.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Oh, yeah. I think we did it.
Yeah.
This is good. I enjoyed it. Well, this is Two for the Culture. We love y'all. We'll be back.